Hello, everybody, and welcome to the J and K Talks, today's relationships talk show. All right. What's up, Kay?
What's up, Jay?
All right. Oh, boy, just recuperating from this winter storm, man. This winter storm. Wow. Well, anyway, we got a good one on today. It'll probably be a little bit reflecting. I don't know, but we're gonna be talking both of you got Jay and you got Miss K, Lady K, talking about the do's and don'ts for the 2016 year.
The do's and the don'ts.
Yeah, the do's and the don'ts in the 2016 year dealing with relationships. Now, you know, I will start this off so everybody that's listening can understand. When we say relationship, the first thing that comes to everybody's mind seems to be is that they just think of couples, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, my boo, and all that kind of stuff. It's relationships is a lot more than just that kind of environment. It's a lot more, because anytime you come in contact with anybody, you know that establishes some kind of relationship. I mean, it could be family, business, who knows? I mean, entertainment, musical, church. Oh gosh, I mean, all the way down to the sexual thing. So, I mean,
With the do's and the don'ts, when I think about the do's and the don'ts going into 2016, I think we should start with the don'ts.
The don'ts.
Because the don'ts are help to get to the do's.
Okay, let's start. Let's start with the don'ts.
Okay, like
the don'ts have it.
Don't take that negative stuff into the new year. Negative stuff meaning like, let's say you have a friend that's, always being deceitful or deceptive, and that bothers you. You have a friend, not necessarily a boyfriend, just an everyday friend, that does little things that irritate you. Why are you allowing that to go into a new year without it being addressed?
Okay.
If something is bothering you, if something, as I say, makes the hairs on the back of your hand stand up, then it should be addressed if it's something that you are not agreeable with. Why take all of that into the new year? Why not just, as we say on the show, put it on the table, let's talk about it, let's discuss it. Because maybe that's somebody that you don't need to carry with you into the new year.
Okay.
Or maybe that's someone that you need to change their status for the new year. If it's one thing that Lady K despises, and I did say despises.
You said despises.
I say despise. The one thing that I despise is someone that is dishonest with me. Someone that is not truthful with me. And I mean 100% above board. So, if there's someone that I feel as though is not being as honest with me as they should be, being that they they know me, they know who I am, and we're in that type of a relationship, then I can say to that person, hey, let's just put this on the table. What's up? What's going on? That's just me. Let's not carry this one day further into the new year. That don't becomes a do for me, because a do means action.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to settle this. So that's one of the things that, I say don't carry into the year, having a friendship or a relationship type situation with someone where they're being dishonest with you, and you really genuinely feel that they're being dishonest with you, and you don't address it.
Okay. All right. Being dishonest, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because you know what's funny?
What's that?
Some people feel as though dishonesty has different levels to it. You know what I mean, Jay? Like, they'll tell you what's real up to a point, and then they'll stop. Now, is that being dishonest when you don't have the whole story? Because they told you the truth up to a point. Is that still counted as dishonesty?
Up to a point, they told you the truth.
Mm-hmm. They're completely honest up to a point. And then when they hit that point where they know it's going to start to nerve with you, then they kind of like color and shade it a little bit. Is that truly being dishonest?
Well, I've always known the saying to be that what's said, the truth and nothing but the truth is completely to be an exact thing. If we taint it, if we color it, it's not actually anymore considered to be totally truthful or totally factual. And I guess I try to make it say this too. Bible says don't take nothing away from it and don't put nothing in it. So sometimes we try to color it up and fix it up to make it seem more exciting or more, I guess, receivable. But if it's truth that will cut hard, we sometimes make it where it comes at a person soft, and sometimes some things are actually meant to cut hard. Because sometimes you make it too soft, the person won't get it.
Now, my question to you, Jay, is this.
Mm-hmm.
What is too soft? Because too soft to me means it's some shadiness somewhere.
Shadiness.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And too soft is some shadiness somewhere.
Okay. Well, I guess that could possibly represent that. That could possibly represent that. Yeah. Too soft being shady. Could not necessarily all the way mean that. Sometimes people, it depends on how they cater. That they're unintentionally being soft because some people just have grown, to being kind of like, well, I just don't want to hurt their feelings or something, and I can't tell them like just straight out that like that. And sometimes folk are not trying to be shady. I think they're trying to stay acceptable.
But isn't that still shame?
Would you say being shady? If they
Because you know, it's like this. Like when some people say, I was trying to soften the blow. Okay, a blow is what it is. You feel me?
Right.
I'd rather, me personally, get hit with the blow than for you to try to soften the blow and you take 5 swings to me instead of just hitting me with the blow with 1.
Okay, you'd rather be hit with the blow and
you
rather
take 5 swings at me.
take 5 swings at you.
Soften it.
Then just try to soften it.
But I'm a very direct person. You know, speaking for myself, I respect people more that come at me directly than those that attempt to deceive me. Because in my opinion, any level of deception brings into question my ability to trust you on any level. And that's just me personally. I know everybody tell little white lies here and there. Those are not the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones where, you know that it's really going to strike a nerve in me, and you purposely choose to deceive me in order for it not to, quote unquote, affect me, meaning that you hide something from me. And there's a lot of people out there who are going through that where, you know, it could be a work relationship, a friendship, a husband and wife relationship, even a family relationship, where the person is not being totally honest with them, and they can feel it. Somewhere inherently inside you, you know it. And all you want for them to just speak the truth. Okay. Yes, the truth hurts sometimes. But you get more respect from me for speaking the truth than from being deceptive. So that's something that, you know, that's old, that you don't want to take it to the new. You want to fix that. Okay. Because that'll cause issues further down the line. Okay.
All right.
Now, that's the any type of relationship, family, friend, work. I remember my boss, to be honest with me. You know, that's like people say, don't fire me late in the day, don't fire me first thing in the morning. Don't have me work all day and then fire me. You know, that's what people say.
I'll just let you know when you finish the day, you don't come back.
Yeah, you know, you're going to let me go. Let me go in the morning. Why let me work all day knowing you're going to fire me?
Oh, okay.
Wait till the end of the day. When I fire people, well, never mind. They fired themselves. I just give them the paperwork.
Oh, you just give the paperwork. There's a whole new twist on your side, huh?
Yeah.
That's the new thing.
You fired yourself. Hey, you fired yourself. You did something real crazy for me to let you go. But, you know, I'm not going to let you work all day. I'm going to catch you first thing in the morning. Come here, baby. Let's talk. I'm going to have that folder, that piece of paper. This just not working out. You know, I don't try to give them a specific reason because I work for the federal government. If I put a specific reason on the paper, that may block them from future employment. Maybe working for me just wasn't the right spot for them. It wasn't a good fit.
Okay.
So I'll be like, you know, that's my favorite phrase. This is not a good fit for you.
Okay.
Now, if there's somebody that's totally just out of their mind, want to act silly, want to try to bump chats with me, then that's different.
Okay.
If your aggressive nature, you can no longer work here.
Okay.
But I don't wait until the end of the day.
Okay. Do you have prayer meeting with them before you let out on them?
I had threatened me with myself. That the Lord control my tongue, my mind, that I don't listen to somebody that's really, really talking.
Okay.
That I had to stop in the grocery store Friday. Me and my husband was in the grocery store. Right before the snow hit. So we were both too lazy, too tired, that's the truth, to go to the store earlier in the week. So we in the grocery store, it's snowing like crazy outside, and it was this little old lady. She looked so precious in the line in front of us. But what she was doing was holding her spot for other people. Now, we're trying to get out of the store, and this sweet little old lady is standing there, and she's motioning to people, come on, hurry up, hurry up. And more stuff is coming in, in front of us. So, my husband made a person he is. He's just so nice, so wonderful. He just looks at me and smiles. And I just started saying a little prayer. And she said, babe, what you doing? I said, I'm praying at the Lord God in my mouth right now. So even though she's a sweet little old lady, she knows she's wrong. Either get out of this line and wait. So somebody else can get up out of this store.
All right.
But I had to do that 1, 2, 3 Jesus check. Because it irritated me. Because I'm ready to go. It's snowing like all get up. And it's sticking. When the snow hit for us here in the Maryland, D.C. area, when that snow hit Friday, it sucked immediately. Okay? It wasn't no scattering. It wasn't no light dusting. The snow immediately stuck to whatever it hit. And it came down quick. So, we were, I just had time for this little old lady standing in front of me in line. We started out with 10 items, ended up with like 30 or 40 because she's motioning the people and they run up and down the aisle getting stuff and she's holding up the line.
All right.
I'm trying to go.
Okay.
So, I had to say a little prayer. My husband looking at me like, you about to say so much. I said, the Lord God in my mouth. And my mind. And it didn't help that I had to go to the bathroom. And I'm like, and this little old lady standing here trying.
All right. So now I have a question for you. Okay. I'm hearing all you're saying. I have a hypothetical for you now. Now I'm hearing all you saying that for folk to come straight, no matter what, need to come straight. But since the society and the entire world, not just America, but the entire world, because you have all different types of complexities of characters in all types of nationalities, and you have them. You have everything from nice to haters to gangs. In every nationality. So since we have these various character backgrounds, how is it that someone could possibly, when we're dealing with diverse characters, when to be totally honest and straight, when they may be conformed to not being honest with themselves? Because, as the saying goes, to be honest with someone else, it's hard to be honest with somebody else when you're not honest with yourself. Because that's what and listen to the word I use for this description. The obsession of practical methods start with yourself, because if if you're a person who is lazy about doing stuff for yourself, you most likely will be lazy in doing things for other people or other outside people or things or entities or whatever outside of yourself. So if you're a lazy person doing stuff for yourself, most likely that same character is going to spew out towards everyone else. So the same thing with honesty. Um, if a person is not really a practical person being honest with themselves, um, how could we expect or deal with a person who maybe is not projecting that to the outside world?
Well, I totally get what you're saying, and honesty starts from within. But the best way to find that out is to just ask questions. I think people have gotten away from asking questions. And what really makes it bad is that they've gotten away from asking the hard questions. You know, they don't talk. It's in communication. That's how you find out. Because somebody can be, how can I put this? Somebody can be as honest as Abe. Honest as Abe, okay? Mm-hmm. But it's false. They can't keep that up forever. I like a line that Tyler Perry said in one of his plays about telling a lie. Mm-hmm. He said that he would ask his, he was playing Medea. He said that he would ask his husband at 5 o'clock in the morning 20,000 questions. Mm-hmm. Right? Wait 2 months later and come back to question number 2 to see if he got the same answer then that he got way back when. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't keep a lie straight all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's hard. Now, some people have gotten real good at it. I know some people that I would call a professional liar. They are good at it. Mm-hmm. But they're not perfect at it. Mm. And the thing about it is that, you know, the part about being honest with yourself, well, the best way to find it out is just to ask questions. Mm-hmm. Because I've had people ask me stuff, you know, and they'll be like, well, maybe you're just asking me that because blah, 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 blah. So they're asking me a question to try to get to my level or try to get in my head and to see if I'm going to be honest with myself. Now, Lady K, typical Lady K is like this. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But I'm pretty much a straight arrow. And I'm going to shoot it to you straight. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. Some people, you ask the question, they hee and haw, you know, you can tell by their body language, their eyes fall down, you know, it's different things that they do, you know, their tone may change. Direct indicators that they're about to be dishonest with you.
Okay. All right. Well, since you got started on that, I guess I'm gonna bring up a don't, and an advisement is for the 2016 calendar year. Or I'll say these 300 and I haven't done my math, but whatever you take away whatever days has already gone into the 26th year, 300. What is it? 40 something days left now in the 2016 year, that we don't continue to practice. I say don't continue to practice. I'm not saying make an immediate change, because some things what may have taken you a while to get there, and some people is, you know, to make some changes, it's not going to be an overnight thing, okay? But when I say practice, you practice to, you know, the more you practice something, the better you get at it. So you practice to get better at not lying to yourself. Okay. Practice to don't continue to practice lying to yourself. When you see something, you tell yourself what it is. You tell yourself the truth about what it is. You don't make excuses for it. Yeah, because anytime you make excuses that you know that it what it is, and you tell yourself, oh, it ain't really like that, but yeah, it really is like that. You know, um, you know, or or and here's another one. I know, I'm gonna get some frowns on this one. Somebody, I'll put it this way. And this might be extreme, but this is not applicable to everything. It's just an example. It's an example. So broaden your mind when y'all out there hear this. I'm not just talking specifically on this one example. Broaden your mind. All right. If a woman gets called the B word, and the guy just says, "Oh, I didn't mean it," and you accept it, the truth is, he called you the B word. And he meant it because it came out of his mouth. Okay? Alright? Because the things that come out of your mouth is most of the time, not all the time, but it is. I'm gonna give it most. I really want to say all the time, but I'm gonna be nice on this one. Now you hear me being a little nice, right? But it's still hard enough. The things that come out of your words that come out of your mouth, somewhere along the line has been pre-thought of. And it might not be a regular thought, but it's been pre-thought of. So somewhere the B word was in your mind floating there about this person. And whether you meant to or not, when it came out, whether it was deliberately or quote slipped,
That's not a slip.
it's not a slip, but I said that one night, or quote as people use it as a slip. It's that what it really says is that this was something that what the person on the inside of their mind had already pre-thought of you as the B word. All right.
And that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's just like that certain word Lady Kagan doesn't like, and and that word is one of them. And I will admit, back in my day, I have gotten into altercations with females, not male, behind that word.
Mm-hmm.
Because, in all honesty, a male might have thought it about me, but I can honestly say that I've only heard a female come out of their mouth and say that word to me. And that's the truth. So people think that, it's the man that's going to say that word, but not always.
Not always. Yeah. Matter of fact,
we call ourselves women. We call ourselves some stuff. You'd be like, hey, wait a minute, yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, a lot of times we as women go against each other.
Right now, I'm not just only. I'm trying to inform our audience that we're not just hounding only on the B word. Please broaden your mind. That's anything out of anything out of character, anything
offensive in nature that is trying to characterize you as something less than what you truly are.
Even stupid, dumb. All right. Now, this is what I will say now. Now, if you are just by chance are acting like and portraying an ignorant image or portraying a nasty image, and someone says that you're being very ignorant at this moment, and if maybe you can't see that, now there are some things, some hard truths. It's not that they're calling you out of character. Some descriptions are actually valid.
Well, I know that, like you even, there's just certain words I just do not like. Period. Stupid is definitely one of them, because I don't think anybody.
No, nobody's stupid.
Everybody has some level of intelligence.
I agree.
Now, you may do something that's stupid.
That's not stupid. That's not stupid. That's ignorance. Ignorance.
As saying that you're stupid.
Right.
It's a difference. So like that's like sticking your tongue to a
frozen pole,
and it's 22 degrees outside. That's not saying that you're stupid. What you did was stupid.
No, it was ignorant.
Your tongue is stuck to the pole.
That was ignorance. No, that's ignorance, because they done seen it done before. They done seen people on TV get their tongue stuck, that they gonna take the challenge. They know that's just ignorance. To think that they gonna say to themselves, my tongue ain't gonna get stuck.
And I seen it. I was like, you did what? You stuck your tongue to what? Man. I'm like, you ought to be standing there talking like Daffy Duck. Can you come help me, please? No, it's no help for you. You stuck your tongue to the pole.
Have you seen what it takes to get that tongue unstuck from the pole?
Actually, I have. I hate to say it, but yes, I have. It ain't nothing nice.
It ain't nice.
It ain't nice to try to keep that person's tongue unstuck from that pole. And the whole time they looking at you with tears in their eyes because it's really hurting them. And you kind of want it to hurt, a little bit.
That is not stupidity. It's ignorance. It's a word, and ignorance is a word I use very often. It's a biblical phrase. It's a biblical advisement about ignorance, but we do as people perform many ignorant things in life. Not stupidity, ignorance. We
do stuff. You have to do something and go, As soon as you do it, you realize, but it's done. So what can you do about it once it's done? Plenty.
Yeah, including people that we choose in our life sometimes.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Them the worst
ones. Ignorance. Yeah.
Them the worst ones,
Because
and then, you can't blame nobody. Like my granny used to say, you can't blame nobody but yourself, baby.
Yeah.
You chose it. She wouldn't call him or him. She said, you chose it.
You chose it?
Meaning, you chose it. Meaning the situation you have put yourself into. You chose it.
Yeah.
And all the time growing up, I thought she was using bad English. But now that I'm grown, I realize what she was saying. I wasn't talking about you chose the person. You chose that situation you don't put yourself in. You chose it.
And I'm not just talking about couples or, the lovey-dovey relationships and the dating. I'm even talking about people you call your hangout buddies and all that. I mean, they up to no good and all that. And you choose. You see what they up to. and you see that they risky and they could possibly get in trouble, if you with them, you gonna go down with them.
Let me tell you something.
Ignorance.
And I'm not really getting on church folks here. I'm not.
Oh.
But I will say this. I have an attractive foreign husband. And when we go to church,
in other words, you got a boo.
He's attractive and he's foreign. and women find that appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Some do.
Mm-hmm.
And I sing in the choir, sure do. I'm in the pulpit, sure I am. And we have a little part of the film where everybody walk around and greet and hug each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I ain't far from wherever he is. I'm like, that's because at one point it was these two ladies in particular. And they were hugging a little too, they did make a bee's eye for him every Sunday. And want to hug and hug. And I was like, So I started stepping down there, and we go around together. And even he said it was making him uncomfortable. Because, like, they would be like making a bee's eye for him. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. So let me see what's going on. But happens. People try to be snakes. I said it earlier. Shady. So one of my don'ts is for people going into the new year. Okay, don't set yourself up for failure. Okay?
So y'all be doing huddle hugs, huh?
Don't set yourself up for failure.
All right.
Because I'm going to tell you something. There are people with happy and content relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking male, female. They're happy and they're content. They know their place, they know their space, they know their spouse, they know their significant other. And these people are willing to do what it takes as a team in order to keep the relationship together. Don't think you're going to slide your way up in there. Don't set yourself up for failure. That's my don't for going to 2016. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women see that and they want what the other woman has. They don't understand you'll never have what she has. You may temporarily get a few of the things, but you will never truly have what she has.
Okay. Now, since you done moved us to religion, I'm gonna bring up another don't. All right. All right. Jay says recommends to not or don't go through the 2016 year with a false outlook of doing church.
A false outlook on what?
Of doing church. I know everybody's saying, how can you be a false outlook of doing church? I mean, we supposed to go to church. All right, let me lay it down for some of y'all. Got your eyes wrinkled, hair stretched, standing up, and all that. Some of y'all clenching to your Bible right about now. All right, I'm gonna be like my dear. Let us go to church right now.
The book of John. And don't forget the song.
And the book of Deuteronomy. All right, but anyway, okay. And I won't be using Mary J. Blige in this, okay? All right, but all right. Here's what I'm saying, folks. Okay, listen up. This is real serious business, okay? Many of us go to church, and we expect, and we hear this traditional saying, come to church where God is in this place, or and phrases just like that, or I'm going to church and get me some Jesus, or I'm gonna go to church and get my praise on. I'm gonna go to church and worship. Okay. All right, let's really get a good understanding, okay? All right, if that was really what it was supposed to be and what it really is, then most folk, at least 70 to 80% of people who do go to church, only attend on Sundays. You have 7-day Adventists too, people. So whichever day is your quote unquote, your Sabbath. Um, Still the same thing. Whenever you go to the church to get your worship, meet Jesus, get your praise and all that. All right, they only go on that Sabbath. What is that? Wherever their Sabbath is, but you don't see them the rest of the week. So they only spend at least, I'm gonna give it even just a half a day, even though we know it's really less of that, less hours spent at the church on that Sabbath day. But I'm gonna even give it extended to a half of a Sunday or Sabbath day. So the other 6.5 days, all right, since you didn't go to the quote church house to get your praise on, get your worship in, to meet Jesus, and all that, then evidently, if that's the case, that where that's supposed to take place, then that means you're not meeting Jesus the rest of the week, those 6.5 days. You're not getting your praise on because you didn't go to the church house. You're not getting worship on because you didn't go to the church house. Okay. Now, if that's the case, that's why I said, don't go throughout the year with a false church attitude or false church understanding, because if you really should be able to worship. We got to really understand what worship is, and I guess I'm not trying to get into a sermon or anything, but I would challenge you to find out what worship really is. All right. And I said false church attitude. So and also to meet Jesus, if that's the only place where Jesus can be in the part of your life or entangled in your life, you have a rough 6.5 days, and then just to turn around to run back in there to meet Jesus. All right. I mean, basically what you're really saying, he's stepping in and out of your life, okay? And you're not realizing it, okay? Because
you know what? What I saw a lot of churches do, especially this weekend with all of this snow and everything that's here. And there too in Tennessee, I got a little bit of snow down there too. Was that they did conference calls. This morning, they did prayer calls. They did conference calls, Sunday school. They had a lot of conferencing, a lot of social networking, Periscope, different things going on. Because people could not get out of their homes to go to the church house. So just because they were not able, and these were special circumstances with all the snow and ice and everything that's on the ground. But what I liked about it was the ingenuity of it all. Because I do a family prayer call once a month with my family. And we have, we've got a lot of people on there now. We started out with 6. Start out small. Because not everybody's going to get with the program right away. And now we have a lot of people on that call once a month. And it's great that we all come together. But I like the idea that some of the churches did that, as a church service. They basically had a church service today in a conference call. And it was a good idea. The Sunday school on the conference call, it was a good idea. Some people go there. This is a don't too. Going into 2016, don't use church as your dating ground.
Right.
Don't use it as your dating ground.
Mm-hmm.
You go there to catch a man.
Mm-hmm.
You go there to catch the bishop's son. You go there to catch a husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's a book. I saw it on somebody's Facebook, and I was actually very surprised. I don't know why though. I saw it on the Facebook page, and I did not know. And I always use this term like a joke, but it's actually a book out there called "Where Is My Boaz?"
Mm-hmm.
And it is an instructional book, apparently, that teaches you how to find your Boaz.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, whoa, I mean, I joke about it a lot, but I didn't think, and I don't know why I didn't think this, that somebody would actually write an instructional book that's supposed to be biblically based on how to find a mate in the church.
In the church. But
in the church.
But
and I was like, wow.
But see, here's my problem with those outlook. I don't want to I really do not want to call it a theology or vision or I'll just call it outlook. When folks say, like what you said, how to find your Boaz, your boo, or your honey in the church, we fail to really recognize what the church is, and we get that really so twisted, and Bible is very clear where there is no understanding. Nations, not only and when it says about nations, it also is really meaning individuals fall, not just nations, because what's in the nations? Individuals fall. And we don't see this, and here's where we miss the understanding when it comes to church. We in the church, we don't realize that building is not the church. It is a facility. Remember, we say the word, we sing the song that God does not dwell in the building made by hands. Okay. What is the building that's got, St. John Baptist Church or Mount Olive Baptist Church or whatever the title of that church is? That's a building made by hands, structured. It's brick and clay or wood or whatever is made, sheet metal, whatever is made with. Okay, and the thing of it is, we think that I spoke on New Year's Eve. One of the things I was trying to relay the message, because it was that we believe that when we go in this facility, that's where Christ is, so that's where God is, so that's where deity is. And but if that's the case, then when everybody's out of the building and it says that he does his mighty works throughout the land, well, what works can he do in an empty building? All right, because if we have to really understand that the building is not where God dwells. See, and it makes it clear that he dwells in the temple, yes, but we got to understand what temple, not the one made by hands and clay and mortar and wood, but ourselves, because he dwells in us. And if he's not dwelling in us, then we are the church. And my church is named J, and yours is named Lady K Church, whatever you want to call it, Methodist, Baptist, whatever. But that building made by clay is a meeting place for all churches to come together in fellowship. It's a place of fellowship, not the church. And if we can really understand what the church is, then I believe we will have a whole different area of application for ourselves. Like you hear this one, somebody going to in the facility or building that we call the church, and they might cuss in the building, in that clay, mortar, whatever building facility, and the first thing you hear, I'm getting away from you. God gonna strike you down for cussing in the quote church. Okay. All right. You do something that's sinful nature in the quote building, and folks will always want to always hound you down. Well, God gonna get you for doing this in the quote church. But if we don't recognize that we are the church, and it just because you don't do it in that mortar or clay building, and as soon as you leave that building, and get off that property, but you just steadily cussing, you steadily drinking, you steadily smoking weed and taking drugs, you steadily doing all the other stuff, but you won't do it in that building, right? You won't bring it in that building because, quote, that's what supposedly what God is. Okay? Now, if we don't recognize that the church is us, then then when we do it outside that building into the actual church, then that's when we need to say, well, God gonna get you for doing it in the church. because we are doing it in the church, whether in the constructional building or outside the constructional building, we are doing it in the church. And when people are going to the constructional building, that's why I say with a false outlook of church, because so many people are so I know I'm sounding like I'm getting to a sermon and all that, but I mean this is really sincere though, and folk get attitude when they go in the constructional building, church, and say, well, I'm people in here are mean and evil and crazy. I'm gonna leave and go to another constructional building church. But what folk don't understand is that nobody's perfect. It's a hospital. It's like a hospital. What do you expect? I say this quite often. When you go into a hospital, you expect sick folk in the hospital, not well folk. One of the main reasons why self is there is because self realized that they sick and they need to get some healing. All right. So you right there in the hospital with everybody else in that building. All right. And that don't make you no better than nobody else. Maybe a different sickness, but don't make you still sick.
A lot of people don't see it that way though. What I want to see people do in 2016 and is to I know this sounds very, very basic, but follow your dream.
Now we're on the dues now.
2016, follow your dream.
We're on the dues.
Take chances. Accept challenges. Don't be stuck to the same old status quo. Do something, even if it's small, something that's different. Take the opportunity to enjoy life. So many of us spend the entire year work on the go, that we really don't take time to enjoy ourselves and to enjoy fellowship and to enjoy the people that are around us in the small. I don't mean like going on vacation and type of thing. I mean in the small, everyday, quote unquote, mundane things that we do. Take some time for yourself. That's something that I had to do for myself. Is that I go so much that I had to learn how to slow down and enjoy life. I don't take on more than I choose to. I get offered a lot of things. A lot of different things come at me. And I'm like, no, wait. I had someone approach me the other day, wanted me to do some work for them at the beginning of February. And I'm like, no. I'm going to take a break between the end of January and most of the month of February. I will be available at the end of the month of February, if that is agreeable to you. Then I left it up to them to decide if they're willing to wait. It doesn't matter to me, but I need a break, a rest period, and time to slow down and enjoy myself. And that's something that most people need to do. I mean, like I was telling my husband every day since December 31st, right up until like a few days ago, somebody famous has died. Okay. Now, true enough, people die every day, and that's very true. But for there to be somebody that's in the public eye, visibly in the public eye for decades, that has departed this world, at least one person every day for about 16 to 20 days, every day, makes you really think, okay, there's a message in that. There's a message in that. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people weren't taking it seriously. There's a message in that. So we need to look at the signs, see the signs, and understand that tomorrow isn't promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So whatever you do that day may be the last thing that you do. Make it worth something. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just like something as small as the other day, this guy was to get on the bus, and he had a 20. It's $5 to ride the bus, okay? And the bus driver said, we don't do change. I had a $5 bill in my purse. So I say, here, take 5. All right? So the next morning I'm on the bus. Like, you trying to pay me back? I said, no, thank you. That's on me. You rode the bus, I'm good. Little things. Little kindnesses, little things you can put out into the atmosphere. They come back to you. In one way, shape, form, or another. They all do. And I honestly believe that. But take time to enjoy life. Take time to listen to some music. Slow down. And I'm thinking of Jay right now. Slow down, Jay. Y'all might not know this. Jay is a rolling man machine. He rolls. I have trouble catching up with him sometimes. Multi-talented people are like that. Multitaskers. But take some time for Jay. Take some time, just to do nothing. And I know what, it may sound funny to you, but I said it's hard for him to just do nothing. Because that's how much he rolls. Y'all might not see that. This man rolls every day. Hours and hours and hours and hours a day. Am I right?
I guess they know that now.
I'm saying, but it's true. Mm-hmm. It's so true. And I used to be the same. I didn't roll as much as Jay did. God knows. I don't know how he did it. Mm-hmm. But I really don't. I don't know how he did it. But I had to learn to slow down. It's just something that people need to do. You need time for your body to rest. You need time for your mind to rest. You need time to regenerate. Everybody's on this health kick. First of the year, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to go to the gym. Okay, all of that's good and fine. But are you taking care of your mind? Are you taking care of your heart? Those are two muscles in your body that you need to survive. Are you taking care of your spiritual health? That's something else that you need to survive. So, when I think about things that are important, I don't think about work, money, materialism. I think about stuff like that. So going into the new year, these are things that I want to do. I want to slow down. I want to take time for Lady K.
Yeah, we're talking about the dues now.
Yeah.
The dues.
There are things that you have to do for you. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I gotta do.
Now Jay's quiet.
I gotta do for the 2016 year.
Oh boy.
Eat, drink, and be merry. No, I'll just play it. I'll just.
Whatever. One of the dudes.
All right, but what? I'll just be serious.
For 2016
Mm-hmm.
is to go ahead and get to work on Lady K's
Mm-hmm.
demo so that she can go ahead and put that out. That's one dude that Jay should have for 2016.
Oh, now you can. You don't put me out there already, huh?
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's right.
But that's a do. That's a do. Okay.
That's a do. That's 2 years in the making, people. 2 years.
All right. That's a do. Now I have a do for everybody out there that's listening. All right. For the 2016 year, everybody is listening. Here's a do thing. Go out and spread the word about the J Talks Today's Relationships Talk Show and incorporate them to come and listen to this show. All right?
That's a do. That's a do.
All right.
I have an immediate do, though.
What's that do?
I have an immediate do. The immediate do is, as everybody knows, our anniversary show, 2 years, is coming up the 4th Sunday in April.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already beginning to pool ideas about what to do for our 2nd anniversary. So if anybody has any ideas, anything that they want to see or repeat, topic, anything, just out in the atmosphere, putting it out there, give us a call. Give us a call on the show. You can go to our Gmail, go to our Facebook page, go on Twitter. And send us your suggestions because Jay and I would really love to hear from you.
Right, we really would. We really like to hear what you're interested in and us bringing as a conversation to you, our audience, our listeners, and our fans. We really would like to hear from you because this show is actually for you. We're like we always say, we come at this raw. We're not scripted, and the things we talk about, we do a lot of digging. We do our own homework individually, and when we come to the show and on the set, we just roll with it. But we do, in our homework, check to make sure that the things that we talk about are factually based, even if we go biblically based. And that it is, just not just a bunch of talk. We're not talking from our feelings. Whatever we speak of is, we can for sure back it up. Okay. So we really would like to hear from you. Just what Lady K just put out there. Some of your ideas. Because you might have an idea on a topic or situation regarding relationships that we may not have even thought about. Okay, so all right, that's a doer. That is definitely that's a doer right there. All right.
The do's and the don'ts.
All right, the do's and the don'ts. All right, and I guess one of the things it's going to be a do is that we need to go and get on out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a game on right now. Y'all know it's a playoff, so I don't even know the score right now.
Well, in saying that, folks, do have a lot of fun when it comes down to the Super Bowl. And enjoy yourself. And don't be mad. That's the don't part. If your team doesn't win. But do be happy just as well for the ones whose team does win.
It'll be just fine.
Yeah. Because it's all in the name of love.
And I'm going to say my goodbyes now. Next Sunday, Lady K will not be joining you. Lady K will be in New Jersey doing a concert with a friend. But Miss Debbie will be on the show next Sunday, y'all.
Oh, yeah, Miss Debbie.
So I want everybody to tune in and listen to Jane and Miss Debbie and hear what they have to talk about next week. I'm gonna take it.
Well, we know you're gonna be there right there with us, though. You're gonna be right there.
I'm gonna be on the stage when the show is on, but I'm gonna make sure that I take it and I listen to the 2-hour ride, you know, up and down. So riding back, they're gonna be listening to the
all right.
the tape of the show.
All
they
right.
don't know it yet, but they're gonna listen to the tape of the show.
All right. Okay then. Well, folks, that's the do's and don'ts that we have for you. I know it's only short. We could probably roll for this for a couple of hours, but we're not. That's a don't. We're not. All right. But
right, that's a don't.
yeah, that's a don't. But but the do part, we hope that you do find something that we've said to be encouraging, helpful, and could thrust you forward in your life and into your new day. Because you remember, tomorrow's not promised. All you have is today. So as you move into your new day, we hope that something's been said to move you forward into your new day. All right. So we're getting ready to get out of here. All right, Lady K, as always.
Oh, try to stay warm in all this snow.
All right, you do that. You do that. Keep your coat on. All right.
I know that's right.
We out of here.